everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to our The Mandalorian Chapter 2 Thoughts video. Just finished watching the second episode of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts on the episode. I will be talking about spoilers about this and the first episode, so if you haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, this is probably not the video for you. But yeah, so we pick up from where we kind of left off in the last episode, but that being said, if you hadn't watched the first episode, you could pretty much pick up this episode right where it is, and that's what I think they meant when they said serialized, is you could watch any of these individual episodes. It seems so far we've only got two in, and still enjoy it. But yes, in this one we kind of continue on with Mando, as I'm going to refer to him, and as he was referred to by the one guy in this episode, we see he's just run into some troubles trying to get off this planet where he retrieved, again, spoiler alert, the Yoda species baby, which was the name I could find on fandom.com, which I thought was kind of funny because that's what I referred to him as, but I feel like Disney probably has a name for that that alien race, so we'll eventually hopefully discover that. But yes, he's still trying to, protect this baby, get off this planet, but he runs into some troubles in this episode. So yeah, some of the things I liked is right off the bat, he's fighting like what seems like 3 bounty hunters who are tracking him down. So that was just a cool, I love that we just jump right into the action with this, and that there's no holds barred with the stuff, and they just go all out for just these even pretty short action scene. It was only like maybe a minute, maybe two, like even if it was even that long, but it was still really cool to see, and I really enjoyed it that they're willing to give us this quick little thing. So I really enjoyed that, just seeing it, the kind of connection is seeing. I can't remember the species of, or the alien race that those bounty hunters were, but we've seen those before in the Star Wars movies before, so that was a fun little tie. Another little thing was we see he does get injured when he's fighting those, and we see the little guy, the little Yoda species kid, tries to heal him, or so it seems. He keeps going over to trying to like raise his hand up to him. I'm like, oh snap, is this hinting towards something? And maybe it does. But yeah, so I just kind of enjoy seeing these little things, like seeing that this Yoda species kid, Yoda species child is more than just a prop or a MacGuffin. It seems to actually have a personality of some sort, so that's interesting to see what we'll learn from this, learn about this little guy. So yeah, some of the other cool things was in this were it was kind of cool actually. We see that Mando's ship gets kind of salvaged by some Jawas, and so he decides he's got to kill a bunch of them, which is just kind of funny seeing them just poof and disintegrate. It's just kind of slightly comedic kind of tap, but it also kind of makes sense because Jawas are tiny. He's got a big ass blaster, like blaster rifle, but it's still just kind of slightly. I found it slightly funny, but then he gets kind of tased by them, and he has to end up having to do something for them, retrieve the egg, in order to get his parts back from them, because there's too many of them for him to actually fight. It seems that his armor though has some kind of he fell from the top of one of those sand. I can't remember the name of the Jawas thing now. But yeah, he fell off the top of one of their ships things, and he fell far away, and somehow not even a little hurt, and just kind of got up and shook it off. So that was just a little that was quite far. That's some impressive ass armor. But yeah, he ends up having to go retrieve the egg from this hairy looking rhino thing, which was just another fun action scene that we got in this. And I'm seeing a theme running so far in these first couple of episodes. A lot of beasties that he's having to fight, which I'm okay with. I like having beasties in these things for them to fight. It's a little bit more, I'm imagining, a little more family friendly in that sense for them, but it was still kind of a fun action scene, seeing that Mando can't quite, some things are maybe a little more than a single Mandalorian can handle on his own, and this is where we see a little bit more about the Baby Yoda, and I'm going to refer to him as Baby Yoda from now on because he uses the Force. He picked that hairy rhino up. And I was like, oh, I didn't think we were going that far. I thought they were hinting at it. I didn't think we were going to get some Force powers in this one. So that was fun, and it wiped that little guy out, which is understandable. That was a big rhino, and he's a little guy. And so that was just a fun little thing. Again, I wasn't expecting us to get any Force stuff in this series, and I'm not disappointed. I'm not one of those people who's like, no, I want stuff that doesn't have Force stuff in it. I love Star Wars. I love the Force stuff in Star Wars. Give me more of it. Well, maybe not more, but I felt that it fit appropriately in this one. At least I felt the little guy, trying to help in what way he can. He is 50 years old, so he knows a little thing. I'm hoping he knows a thing, or seems to know a thing or two, even though he can't seem to communicate yet. I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know if that's a wrong assumption. It's probably a wrong assumption to be choosing his pronoun for him, but that's what I'm going with. But yeah, he ends up being able to, with the help of the baby Yoda using the Force, is able to retrieve the hairy egg, which the Jawas end up just pigging out on. I was like, oh, okay. I thought there was going to be more significance to that, but I think that's kind of the fun of it too. It's like, yeah, they made this, they were willing to trade all these parts they stole back to just have, what seems like probably a delicacy for them. But yeah, so that was just a fun little thing. And then we get a little reassembling the ship montage / time lapse, and I'm just always a fan of a montage / time lapse of reassembling stuff. So that was just fun to see. And then we kind of leave off the end of the episode wondering where he's probably going to go, probably back to the Mandalorian encampment we saw in the last episode. But it's also like, what's he going to do with the kid? I'm hoping he doesn't turn it in for the bounty. I think he was supposed to just kill it in order to get the bounty, so we'll see what happens with that, but I'm very curious to find out. But what did you guys think of this latest episode of The Mandalorian? Did you like it? Did you not? Sure, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and have a good one.